Shake your hands nice and high if you can see me. Shake it really high if you're ready to begin. Jump up and down if you want to bring down the roof. Yes, side to side. Yes, all right. We're ready to begin. Hi, everybody. Welcome to TCM Time. I'm Kathy Young. I'm going to be introducing traditional Chinese medicine to you in our Qigong class. So we've been working on White Crane Qigong for this last 2 weeks. We're in our 4th class, in our 2nd week. All of you are coming in new, welcome. And I'll always be reviewing in the first few minutes of the class what we did in previous classes. And I'll be adding on new things, okay? And then at the end, we'll be doing the White Crane Qigong set, where your hands become the wings of a crane. And I got a good question during our break. It said, some of you have just started learning White Crane Qigong, and you're wondering, what should it look like? What should it feel like? Am I doing it correctly? So, White Crane Qigong is actually imitating the movements of a crane. So our arms become the wings, and we use not just our wings, but our chest. Can everybody open your arms and open your chest? Allow it to come down softly, and as if you're flying. By opening your chest, this is very good for the lungs because your lungs are in the chest area. So we want to keep that circulating, keeping the blood flowing there, keeping the chi, the energy supplying there to be strong. Anytime you feel down or low spirit, the lungs are in charge of sadness. Any sadness, or if you know somebody who's feeling a little low-spirited or depressed, show them the White Crane Qigong. This is so good for your lungs, which help you with that sadness, help you to move forward through that sadness. And the virtue that comes out of sadness is compassion. So what you feel is your sadness grows into a deep compassion for others, and you use your own experience to help others. Good. So now let's see if we can bring in not only our chest, but our whole spine. So I'm dipping low as if I'm tying my shoe and coming up high, opening my chest. Dipping low and raising high. Good. Try to feel that deep stretch all the way in your torso. Everybody feel it all the way to your stomach area. Nice deep stretch. Keep flying, keep soaring in the sky, keep soaring in the sky, and come down and relax. So, White Crane Qigong, to be doing it correctly, to do it more correctly with more benefits, what you want to do is to be able to learn to fly the wings using your spine and chest. So you want to be able to feel your wings spread, but connected all the way to your spine and chest. So let's take a few deep, nice spreading of the wings. See if you can slowly and gradually come and use more your spine and chest. Take a deep breath, inhale deeply all the way to your abdomen, your stomach area, and exhale. Let it go. One part of lungs to be able to breathe better and function better. Lungs work together with our large intestine. They have what we call a yin-yang relationship, or yin-yang. Large intestine helps us with our bowels, which helps us with letting things go. letting go the waste, letting go anything we don't need anymore. So let's take a deep breath. Try to deep breathe all the way to your large intestines, right below your stomach. And let's give a little squat with this one to help it go downward. And lift it up high, still using spine and chest. And give a little squat down. That helps the chi flow downward. Nice and high. And gently squat down. So this will help us with letting go because we're involving our large intestine. And we're deep breathing to help massage all the way down to that large intestine. Good. See if you can do 5 times by yourself with deep breathing with your spine and chest. And remember to use your legs as you come down. This makes our legs stronger, which is our root. And let's go 2 more times. Deep breath all the way to your abdomen. Exhale. Good. On the next one, let's gently hold our breath right at the end of the inhale. Hold it gently. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. Good. Let's see if we can repeat that. Gently holding our breath. And inhale. At the end of our inhale, gently hold our breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. Good. Now one more time. And open nice and high. Inhale deeply. And gently hold the breath at the end of the inhale. And relax. So for about 4 seconds, if you can hold it gently, this allows your lungs to absorb more of the oxygen. Anyone who gets stressed easily or anxiety, this is very important to allow yourself to take in more oxygen, which will help you with the stress levels. And deep breath. Hold it. And exhale. One more time. So our kidneys are right below the lung area, connected to diaphragm. Take a deep breath all the way down to your kidneys and your lower back. Exhale. Good. So this is just our warm-up to let you start feeling how to do white crane Qigong correctly, and to do it so that you can feel the most and get the most benefits out of it. So the whole goal, we want to be able to use our spine and chest. Okay? That's the first step. When we start speeding up white crane, this becomes a martial arts, what we call Kung Fu. So like short, so white crane is what we call a short distance fighting. White crane started from south of China. South of China, there was mostly rivers, so a lot of battles and fights were fought on the boats. When you fight on a boat, you can only take small movements. If you take a long movement, you risk falling over. So white crane is known as short distance fighting, and their legs are very stable, and a lot of movement comes always from spine and chest. And the feeling is, how do you want the feeling? White crane is known as a soft, hard style. Soft, hard style, think of a whip. Can everybody pretend you have a whip in your hand? Can everybody give me a lasso and whip forward and pull back? Good, and you whip forward and pull back. And again, softly whip forward at the last second, that's when you tense, and pull back. Let's go 2 more times, softly and tense, pull back. And whip that again, let's see some rodeo here. Woo. And let me see a good whip. Whip me towards you, and I've caught you, pull back. Good, let's try with that other hand. Remember, soft, hard style, white crane has a feeling like a whip. So softly and tense, pull back. And let's rev it up, get it going, softly. And at the last second, tense and come back. One more time, nice and softly. Using your spine and chest. And from your spine and chest, boom, forward and back. Good. Now, so white crane has a feeling like a whip. A soft, hard style is soft till the moment it hits its target, then it's a little tense. So in Qigong, we're doing it more on the soft level. Slowly you can work it up speed, and it becomes a little bit harder at the end. Now, when you did the white crane, the whip, how many of you were using just your arms? Just your arms. So if you want to make it like a white crane, see if you can use your spine and chest. Spine and chest into the movement. Spine and chest. So pulling back not from your elbow, not from your shoulders, but pulling back from your chest and your spine. And my hips are driving the movement. Hey, there you go. Now you're connecting your body with your arms. And tense at the last second and pull back. Whip softly, tense and pull back. And see if you could pull back from your hips rather than from your arms. Good. Making sure you use spine and chest. Spine and chest. Good. Now, see if you can change sides. Again, the softness. I'm just moving my arm forward and backward, but I'm combining with my chest. My chest is driving it forward and backward. Now I'm using my whole spine, that bow that we talked about, the spine bow. And I'm using spine and chest bow, and my hip to pull it back. Soft, pull it back. Soft, pull it back. Soft, pull back. Soft, pull back. Good. So when we start doing white crane, one movement we can do, for example, to get used to a white crane feeling. So imagine you have 2 circles down here. Your palms are flat. I'm circling one on my right, one on my left. One on my right, one on my left. I'm doing a circle towards me, circle out, then towards me. Circle out, then towards me. Circle out, then towards me. So I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'm using my waist, using my spine, using my chest. Very good. I'm seeing a lot of you looking more like a white crane style. Now see if you can connect it at that shoulder joint. That arm needs to be connected with the whole chest and spine. And check yourself. Are you drawing 2 circles, horizontal circles? Are you connected to your hip? Good. Connecting from your chest. Let me see more chest movement. Chest in and out, in and out, in and out. Good. And check yourself. Do you have 2 horizontal circles? Are those 2 hands connected to your waist? Connected to your chest movement? They all move as one. Good. Now try even less movement with your arms. Almost like a robot, hold it there. See if you can move only by your waist, your spine, and your chest. Good. Making sure it connects right on the shoulder. So normally if we were doing for Kung Fu, you can try it yourself. If you feel like using a little bit ha with it, just to get out a little bit tense feelings in the chest, the ha sound, ha, that's just like when you laugh, ha is very releasing. Let's go of all the tension. That's where we have the expression, laughter is the best medicine. It's opening up anything that's stuck. So what we do with this movement, and here, I start soft, and when I'm ready to strike, I go forward, boom, with my whole body, in and out. Soft until the last second, tense. Soft and tense. Soft and tense. Soft and tense. Still making a circle, coming in and extending from my center, out. Circle, out. Circle, out. Good. See if you want to add the ha sound. Ha, 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 ha. Good. Hey, very good. You see all of that whip motion, whip motion. Now, one thing to add to that for white crane, just like a whip, the whip handle, you would pull it back. Something's holding the handle and the tip corresponds to the handle. So when you do white crane with 2 hands, we have one hand striking, the other hand tenses. So here, I'm not only using my right hand, but my left hand tenses to pull it back. Yep, very good. Now I'm seeing that balance left and right. So I like from here, palm up, in the backhand, and strike. And circle, and strike. Circle, and strike. Circle, and strike. Good. This is good for healing because you're letting go of everything that you're holding on to that's not needed, and ha, release. Inhale, release. Inhale, ha, release. Inhale, ha, and release. Try a few times by yourself. One more thing to add to that, just to release a little bit more. Go with the whip you pull back. You extend and you pull back. So here, as soon as I hit, I pull back in the same direction. I hit and pull back. I strike and pull back. Circle. When you strike, pull back, and the backhand tenses. Circle. And when you're ready to strike, backhand tenses. Other hand pulls back. And relax. And strike. 2 more times. Good. And last time. Good. And shake it out when you're done. Good. That was just a warm-up. That's the hard side of crane. White crane has a soft side and a hard side. When you can use both, you have 2 tools to help with your health. You have the hard to release anything. With the hardness, sometimes we need that hardness to give us structure, to give us boundaries, give us protection. And sometimes we need that softness to relax, to find peace, to find love and welcome. We need both. So today I gave you a taste of that hard style, so you know where white crane works towards in the hard way and the fast way, but also the slow way, the soft way. So we're taking a break. When we come back, we'll do it the slow and the soft way. Okay? Thumbs up if you're ready. Good. Let's take a quick break and get some water. All right, everyone, welcome back from the break. Just to review a little bit what we're doing with the soft white crane Qigong. Earlier we did was the hard white crane Qigong. That's a little faster and a little harder, which sometimes we need the hardness, and sometimes we need the softness. So with the softness, what we're looking for, we're still looking for the movement of the spine and the chest. So the crane's wings are still always connected to the movement of the spine and the chest. That's where you'll get the most health benefits when you move the spine, because there's so many nerves there, and that connects your mind and body. And when you move your chest, over here, this is your lungs area. This helps you to circulate all your lung area, to breathe better, to circulate the energy better for immunity, and also, like we talked about earlier, for sadness, to harmonize sadness. So spine and chest is still the main goal, what we're looking for, to connect with the arms. One more thing to add with that, let's review. Last time we talked about what's called your organ house. Can everybody make a little roof on your house, just under your chin? Good. Now, this is the roof of your house. Can everybody draw a right hand across under your chest? This is roughly where your diaphragm would be. And one hand on your belly button area. So we're making 3 levels of our house. This is actually also the equal sign for International Women's Day. This means equal between men and women. We're all equal here. Good? Yay. Okay, so equal sign, that makes your house, 3 levels of your house. Everybody, let's go right hand above. Everything from your diaphragm up, this is your attic of your house. Just like all the attics of people's houses, everybody make fire for a minute. We talked about yin and yang. We said yang is like fire. So everybody make fire. Fire goes up, fire goes out. Why not have fire if you have too much fire in your daily life? For example, let's say somebody eats a lot of spicy food, make some heat. Let's say somebody likes their beer or their wine, make some heat. Let's say somebody likes a lot of nuts, roasted nuts, make some heat. Peanuts, that makes us cough too much. Okay, what else? There are things like meat, red meat, things that are moving like animals, that makes more heat in our diet. Or whatever, that's food, but we also have people who overwork. That's working a lot, not resting enough, more heat. Okay, what else? How about people who work behind their computer a lot? That radiation from the computer, more heat. One more I can think of, imagine somebody cooks a lot, like a chef, or like a mother or father. When they cook a lot, standing in front of that oven, in front of that stove, more heat. Summertime, again, more heat. So you can see things in our lifestyle that can make more heat. Or Chinese medicine, we call it yang qi. West, we say yin yang, but I'm going to use the Chinese way, which is yang. Okay, just like yang means bright. In Chinese medicine, we're roughly saying this is the heat. If you have too much heat, everybody make that attic. Your attic gets too hot. What's in your attic? Everybody put your hand on your heart. Can you feel your heart beating? One sign of too much heat, if your heart beats too fast. And too fast means in accordance with your breath. Roughly, we want 4 to 5 beats per breath. Good. Let's take 2 hands. Who else lives in this attic? You have the heart, which is your emperor, your king, your queen of your house, and then you have your lungs. Take a deep breath and try to feel the lungs in your hands. Take another deep breath. Exhale, good. So your lungs also live in this attic. When there's too much heat, heart gets too fast, beats too fast, lungs get too dry, you start coughing. Okay? We talked about last class, the lung hour in Chinese medicine, according to the 24-hour body clock. People with too much heat, they tend to wake up at 3 to 5 in the morning, before the sun rises. And they feel it's harder to go back to sleep because there's a heat happening up here. It's harder to calm the mind, which you need more what we call yin or water. So let me see you make that heat again. Let me see people waking up at 3 to 5 a.m. before sun rises. What do? This is too stressful, too much heat. Let's bring it back down. Let's add what we call yin or water. Can I see everybody make rain? Ooh, that calms you down. Drinking water is as simple as cooling down that fire. Let's take a nice cool shower. Ooh, that's nice and cool, cooling down that fire. Oh, let's go jump in the swimming pool. That cools down that fire. Oh, let's eat some cucumber. Oh, they say you're cool as a cucumber. That cools the fire. What else? We have watermelon, which is naturally growing in the summertime to balance summer heat. So watermelon also balances that fire. Other things, celery, any kind of green, vegetable, leafy things, fruits and vegetables. Other things, for example, meditation, sitting very still. This is very calming, very yin. Okay, so we need the balance of the yin, the water that comes down, and the yang, the fire that comes up. The yin coming down, the water coming out through our urine, our bowels, and the fire, the yang. If we have too much yang heat in our attic, too hot. What do we do when it's too hot up here in the attic? Heart and lungs suffer. How do we relax it? How do we circulate that heat? Let's open up the chimney. Oh, let's let it out of the windows, coming out of our arms. This is where white crane Qigong is very helpful, very important. Anytime somebody has too much heat, work with the arms. Work with the arms to circulate everything in that attic. Good. So, other organs that we talked about last week. Again, let me see, one level across the diaphragm, other level on the belly button. Attic is up here. In our middle floor, we have your kitchen, that's the stomach. Can everybody say, I like my kitchen. I'm gonna take care of my kitchen. Okay, so last time I was doing a mirror view, which confused everybody and confused myself. I'm gonna not do a mirror view, let's all go to our right side. So your right, not my right, okay? So come to your right side and that kitchen level. Right side is what we call your liver, right under those ribs. The ribs are protecting that liver. We said in some cultures, liver is so important that when you love somebody and you can't do without them, you say, you're my liver. Can everybody say to me, to each other, say, hey, you're my liver. Everybody, I love you so much. You're my liver. I can't do without you. I can't do without you. That's here, that's our liver. That's on the right side. And let's come over to our left. So passing the kitchen to our left, that's your sous chef. Your main chef is your stomach. Your sous chef is what we call the spleen or pancreas. Okay, that breaks down all your food and makes qi and blood. Things you need to feel strong, to feel more energy. This is right under the left side of your ribs. Okay, good. Spleen on the left, stomach in the center, kitchen, liver on the side. Liver takes care of all your oils, all your chemicals, and it has a partner, that's the gallbladder. So let's put our right hand right on the right rib. Let's make a little circle. That's our gallbladder, really small. Put it right next to that liver. Good. This is a yin-yang pair. Yin-yang, think of it like a husband and wife or a brother, sister living in the same house. Okay. Stomach and spleen. Let's put one hand on the stomach, kitchen. And the spleen. This is a yin-yang pair, another couple here, another yin-yang pair. Good. So we have left and right. Left and right. We said spleen tends to like it warm. We say this is the earth element. Everybody warm up your spleen. Good. Let's come over to the right. Let's cool down the liver. We say liver is wood, like the trees. Keep it cool. Good. And let's come back to our stomach, our kitchen. And let's squeeze it. Everything below our ribs is meant to be squeezed, meant to bend. Good. So you'll see in the white crane Qigong, this bends. Good. And let's come down to our last level. That's our basement. Everybody again, your house, equal sign, diaphragm, belly button. Everything below our belly button, this is our basement, where all the wetness goes. We have our intestines, large intestines. Everybody go right under the stomach, right under the belly button. Large intestine. Let's circle around small intestine. And below that, bladder. Say, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. That's our bladder. Okay, and then we got two hands. In the basement is our kidneys, in the back. Okay, that lives in the back of the house. So we say the lower back is the house of the kidneys. Every time we bend in white crane, Qigong, this is helping our kidneys. Kidneys and lungs work together to make our immune system. Another one that I'll talk about more is the spleen. These three organs work together to make our immune system in the Chinese medicine. So everybody touch kidneys and lungs in the attic, and spleen, our sous chef in the kitchen. One more time, in our basement, kidneys in charge of immunity down here. We have our lungs in our attic. We have on our left side our sous chef in the kitchen. Okay, These 3 organs need to be strong for a strong immune system. And we'll talk more and more about this. Okay, so shake it out. We're going to begin some of the white crane Qigong exercises. Shake out your legs. Okay, so I'm going to show you first what my legs are doing, and then I'll move it up so you see it more in my upper body. So for this whole white crane Qigong, my legs are parallel, my feet pointing forward. My feet are about 1 fist wider than my shoulders. And imagine like you're sitting on a horse. This is what we call horse stance. Ma bu. Ma, M-A, ma bu, like you're riding a horse. Good. So what you'll see, even when I turn to my left and I'm doing some movements, my feet are still pointing forward and I don't shift my weight. Still 50-50. And if I turn to the other side, still 50-50. Okay? Good. So now I'm going to move it up so you see my upper body. So let's go through the white crane Qigong exercises again. And remember, always spine and chest. And I'll walk you through which organs are we working on. So let's start first from our waist. From down underneath from the belly button, we're going to go 2 inches below our belly button, or 2 fingers below our belly button. This here is our energy center, what we call Dantian in Chinese culture, Chinese Qigong. My hand is on my back, what we call the Mingmen. And I'll talk about more of that in other classes. Let's circle our waist really wide, almost like you're doing a hula hoop. Circle really wide. And try to search around for any area that feels tight and try to loosen it up. Using the same direction, we're going to turn to one side. My waist, my Dantian is drawing a horizontal circle, and I'm drawing it as wide and as large as possible. Let's circle over to the other side, looking for anything that's tight. Coming back to the center, let's make our circle smaller and smaller. Good. Now let's reverse that circle. If you were going clockwise, go counterclockwise, and vice versa. Make the circle as large as you can, opening up anything tight. Just to reiterate, my head tends to be upright, keeps my spine relaxed. When you bend forward, sometimes you tense the lower back. Feel free to go lower if you need to open up that lower back. Let's go to one side. And other side. Bring it back to the center, making the circle smaller and smaller. And as you're doing the circles, always look for the relaxation of your basement, your intestines area. Now we're going to bring it up the spine. We're relaxing the spine. Let's bring one hand to the front, to the solar plexus. This is the first soft point you feel when you tap down your chest. That soft point has a lot of nerves gathered there, but this can help massage your stomach area to help digest better. So we're now going from our lower spine and slowly rolling it up so every vertebrae opens all the way up to the solar plexus and chest. So main concentration for now is the solar plexus. And opening lower back, middle, and upper back. Lower, middle, and upper back. Bending from the solar plexus area. Try to feel the stomach gently squeezing and massaging and opening, stretching. Squeeze and stretch. Squeeze and stretch. Let's turn to one side as if I'm bending over my solar plexus over that knee. Coming down as if I'm tying my shoe. Still opening the vertebrae, lower section, all the way up to the upper section. If you're on your left, you're massaging your spleen, pancreas. And if you're on your right, you're massaging your liver. Still bending from the solar plexus area. Let's go to the other side. And again, try to feel it squeezing that organ and stretching. Squeezing that organ and stretching. And let's come back to the center. The other hand touches the chest, one hand still on the dantian, energy center. Now we're adding our chest movement. Open that chest, squeeze that chest. And my elbows help support it. Open that chest, squeeze that chest. Opening the lungs, closing the lungs. Opening, take a deep breath, and closing, exhale. Let's turn to one side. Again, the left is the spleen. That helps with anxiety. On the left, it helps with stress. On the left is the spleen, helps with anxiety. On the right is the liver, that helps with anger and stress. Again, come to the other side. Balance the anxiety and the stress. And let's come back to the center. Still remember we're using your chest and closing. Chest and closing. Let's let the arms drop. In the last part of the white crayon Qigong exercises, our hands become the wings. Very soft, very circular. Palms are up, palms are out, up and out. Spine and chest. Spine and chest. Opening the lungs and closing the lungs. Opening the lungs, closing the lungs. And if you add a twist of the pinky, pinky up, pinky inward, this helps with your heart channel. Pinky up and pinky up. In a twist of the pinky will help the heart with all your emotions. Turn to one side. Spine and chest. Other side. Back to the middle. On the last part, one hand. Now single hand, turn, single wing. My hands are still drawing a circular horizontal circle. Using spine and chest. My knees are twisting together with my hip. My feet are still pointing forward. And other side, other arm, spine and chest. And then try alternating left and right, really using the hip to drive it forward. Drive the arms forward. And smaller movements. Slowly coming back to the dantian. And let's just pause 1 minute on the dantian, 2 inches below your belly button. Try to put the mind inside your body, in your center. Good. Open your eyes. Good. Finish. So just to shortly summarize what we talked about today, if you're looking for the right feeling of white crane, ideally you always want to be feeling your spine and chest moving as one motion. The spine bow, like a bow and arrow, and the spine bow vertically, and the chest bow. And you want to feel your arms as if they're part of that same body, not moving separately from the body. And you want to be able to do it, that you can do it so smooth, so circular, until you can speed it up slowly and slowly, just like a whip. Speed it up until it's soft and tensing at the last second, pulling it back, using the other hand also symmetrically. Went over our organ house again today. Equal sign mainly covers the attic, and we'll slowly look into our kitchen and the basement. And as you can see, all the white crane exercises is helping all your organs. And especially when you relax your arms, you're helping especially that attic, that chest, and the heart and the lungs area. So the lungs, when you're inspired, you use your thumbs. You say, hey, I like this. I want more of this. If you like it and you want more, let me see some bouncing thumbs. Nice inspiration. Yay. You inspire me, and I want to inspire you.